All right, everybody. This is RaRa-Rasputin here, and I have Mr. Christopher, the author of Asterion, here in house today, and we're going to talk Lamentations. We're going to talk Asterion and what the fuck.
What the fuck is
What
right?
the fuck is right? I have a couple of questions. Tell me a little bit. Well, actually, not even do that. Introduce yourself, man.
What's going on? Christopher Carosella here, the writer of Asterion. Do Shrunken Head Productions and a little bit of YouTube shit on there, but mostly just run games with my gang, and that's it.
Tell me a little bit about Shrunken Head and what is it and how did it form and everything like that.
So I started it off just with like the name Shrunken Head or the group.
Everything. Tell me what led to Shrunken Head because that's hilarious.
Yeah, that's the thing. I was like, man, what would be a fucking dope, fucking funny kind of name to use as a production, you know? And I was like, thinking it over, thinking it over. And I don't know what the fuck I saw that just sprung that idea into my head. But I was like, what about Shrunken Head Productions? And I ran about my old lady and she was like, I can dig it. So I just rolled with it, man, and made the Discord because I was making that Grindhouse, which you've mentioned in your other
It's mentioned in the
videos,
PDF and book as well.
and it just all started from there, man.
How did you? All right. So I'm a part of Shrunken Head, and I got in from Rusty. But how did you go about building the crew, basically?
It was some it took some years. It's been a couple years now that group's been together, you know, and we've been through it through the fucking trenches together. You know, it's kind of a gang of guys that you can fucking talk about whatever, and you know, it's game wise and shit, and nobody really get butt hurt or shit like that, and we all fucking game together at one point or another, you know, and it's just I'm lucky to have such a cool fucking group, honestly. And it's just fucking reaching out here and there, you know, and running one shots. And man, you fucking trust me, bro. There's a lot of people that ain't make it in that goddamn group, that's for sure. Um, so and then there's people that's been in there that I'm like, he ain't really fucking, he ain't a strong head like that, man. He fucking big headed as a bitch. But had to go. So just you know, years and just gaming together, and it's just kind of fucking turned into this just sick ass group of guys.
It is a really cool group. I remember doing that one shot with my cleric and the cough, the plague, the vampires. That game still resonates with me, and we still have part 2 to do.
Yeah, I know, man. I fucking it's something about that game. So like when I run a one shot, I usually like fucking plow that motherfucker along so that we can finish, you know.
Right.
With that one, not like I don't, you know, I don't plow it along, but like I'd like to get it done.
Yeah.
But with that one, like I just fucking hung back and just like kind of let you guys just do what the fuck you wanted to do, and I just had a bunch of random encounters, and I didn't push the storyline at all to get you guys where you needed to be, and I think it fucking went great. That
Dude,
was a lot of fun.
just the exploring of the city and the chase scene and the stealing of the necklace while my character's like getting water out of a well. Like the priest is like, I didn't see anything. What are you guys talking about? That was cool. And then the actual theater, which we're getting away from the main topic at hand, but the actual theater scene with the vampires and just everybody going, oh. And then
So
I was never bit. Yeah, you were, bro.
yeah, right, yeah. I try to describe it in a little different way
Yeah.
rather than you fucking the fucking things pierce your neck, you know. But I should also shout out Anne Rice because man, she just passed away, and
Oh,
I
shit.
got that idea from Interview with the Vampire. It was this little back alley fucking theater that they had, and I just ran with that. So I feel like I should just throw that in
That's
also,
cool.
just to
That's
pay
cool.
homage to
Yeah,
her.
absolutely. I didn't know she passed, man. That's
Yeah,
news.
I just found out. Yeah.
Whew. Well, let's talk Asterion now. I'm gonna throw it up on the screen for like 2 seconds. But if you want to get your own copy of Asterion, just go to Lamentations webpage store. I posted a link in the video, PDF and our physical copy. definitely get the physical copy because it's just kind of a cool thing to carry around. It's awesome. So I'm gonna throw that up here real quick. Give me 1 second so people can see what we are talking about. Are you fucking kidding me? Maybe I'm not gonna throw it up. There it is. Oh shit. And then I need to go here. Golly. All right, sorry about that. All right, anyways, there is Lamentations of the Flame Princess. Asterion is on the cover. Tell me a little bit about the cover artwork.
Man, you got to shout out. I got to shout out to my boy Tony for that. Tony Jaguar. That's all him. You know, I wrote, sent it to him, and he dug through that Metropolitan Art Center for all the fucking coolest art that he could find, and this is what he came. I gave him, you know, free reign. Do what you want, man.
That's
He
cool.
threw it together, and I love the way it's blacked out and stuff.
Oh yeah, yeah. It just
Yeah,
adds to just the to it.
yeah,
I do dig that this is all art done at the Metropolitan Museum. And even if you never run this module, just buy it for the art. I mean, there's some fucking cool shit.
oh for sure, yeah,
But I'm just gonna go through this quickly. There's that D20 encounters table, which is basically the mechanic of the game, correct?
yeah, and I love that, man. I'd like to focus on that for a second. Like anybody that sees that, they can write your own fucking shit like this, man. Your little D20 encounter, and just roll with it. It keeps things random, and it helps build storylines and stuff, and great for creative thinking.
Yeah. And if rough estimate, right? Like how many sessions of this have you done? And how? I mean, it's always changing, right? Like the maze and everything changes, right?
It is. So I ran it 3 times, and I've never used all the encounters. And the last time I ran it, all the encounters were in there. So even then, it just didn't get used. So you could run it a couple times without using all of them.
Gotcha.
And it's all so everything I run is theater of the mind.
Mm-hmm.
So the random encounters also builds the maze as you go along. Like I said, for the most part, you know, you got to fucking throw in corridors and shit with fucking wet, damp walls and whatever else you can think of. Horrific, blood curdling screams or naked fucking chick just runs out of nowhere. And but yeah, so you roll and then it helps build the maze as you go. And I'm a huge fan of that. Like I use that a lot in most of what I run actually.
Yeah, that was the one thing that really kind of stood out to me was that the maze building aspect. Like, no two games are ever going to be the same. Um, and then you actually have this monstrous bestiary, which Lamentations doesn't necessarily quote unquote have a bestiary per se, right? Um, like a one book kind of thing, like a D&D does. But so, man, some of these monsters are just you're not gonna have a good time.
Not at all. No. No, they're all pretty wicked in their own kind of way.
I do love how you have words from the ref, and you just kind of talk a little bit about Asterion and just doing an old school style of game. The this motherfucker is abstract, right? Like that is quoted in the book.
Yeah, 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 right.
But I thought that was really pretty dope, man. I like I said, big fan of Limitations, big fan of your work so far. Let's talk a little bit about inspiration. Like what was the aha moment? I should write this.
I don't know, man. I was really just fucking around. Like I always have liked the Minotaur, you know, and so I was just fucking around, looking, digging through Greek mythology and shit, and then I stumbled across it. And I read it, and it was like this whole fucking light went off in my head. You know, I was like, holy fuck, yo, like I could turn this into a meat grinder. And I'm always thinking of fucking ways just to turn something into an adventure, or you know, steal an idea from something that I can use in a game, anything like that. So when I saw it, I was like, fuck, man, I could twist this, and this will be fucking perfect for a Minotaur. And I'm just talking about way like the way the God
The curse,
curse,
basically.
yeah,
Yeah.
all that and stuff, you know. And so then I started building the maze. When I built the maze, it wasn't as raunchy, the
Okay.
original one, and there weren't as many encounters, though it was still pretty fucking um bad, I guess is the good word to use.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, but not bad in a bad way, just bad, just like, you know, he's still trying to run around and snatch that ass.
Right.
But so I ran it, and then people liked it, and I was like, yeah, that's why I fucking wrote it. But let's see, I'm just gonna shoot it to fucking Raji. So that's when I shot it to him, and he hit me back.
How
But yeah,
long
man,
did?
it's just all the inspiration just sprung from fucking digging through Greek mythology and looking for, you know, an idea.
Yeah, and that's the beauty about Lamentations is you can literally just take our mythos, our world, whatever, and throw it into a game. I mean, I guess you can do it with any game, but that's what Lamentations excels at because it's set in our world, just with some magic thrown in, or some elves and dwarfs. Although Raggy says Raggy will say so, he doesn't really use elves and dwarfs much anymore.
Nah, I don't really use them. I don't know. I can't remember the last time
Me either.
I even used humans only.
So when you shot it to him, what was the initial response? Like, what was his ideas behind it, and did he try to correct things or say, "Hey, slow down, we're getting a little too intense"? I want to know that.
Yeah, so I shot it to him just thinking like, hey man, this is a decent little chuckle fuck adventure. I'm gonna shoot it to him like on some run this for your fucking group type shit, you know. I was never even thinking about him publishing nothing. And he hit me back and he was like, would you like to turn this into an adventure? And I think then he was like, there would have to be some changes. You know, he couldn't just be like a horny man, fucking bull running around trying to fuck everybody. You have to be able to interact with them in another kind of way. And I would have to have all this other shit. And so we went back and forth for a while. And then I left him the fuck alone.
Mhm.
Because I had got to the point where I was like, do I even want to write this adventure that he wants me to write? You know? So I reached out to my boy, talked to him, shoulder to lean on. Like I bitched to him a lot. My homie Matt. And at the end of the day, I was like, fuck that, yo. Like I'm not gonna change what I'm writing to appeal to him because I don't give a fuck if this ever gets published.
Right.
I wrote this to run for my gang, and like I just sent it to him, just like check this out. And so I started writing more because he was like, he can't just be a horny man bull. So at that point, I was like, fuck you, yeah, the fuck you can. And you want all this other shit. So I'm gonna do a little bit of that. Like he wanted this Twilight twist. So I was like, all right, I'll throw a little fucking Twilight twist in there. And that came off at the end with his whole when he starts monologuing, how
Mhm.
he wants to go off and fuck every fucking human and get this bull hierarchy going and shit. Just a little bit of a twist, you know. Like he ain't just really down there fucking. He has,
There's an agenda
yeah,
to it.
right, yeah, yeah. He has goals and shit. And but other than that, I went in on the fucking horny man bull thing, right? I was like, well, now there's gonna be fucking pregnant bitches giving birth to fucking little retarded goddamn bull calves that are
Right.
running around down there, and I just went ham with it, man. And I ran it again, and some things didn't work, so I scrapped them. Started brainstorming some more, and came up with a D20 encounter, and I ran it, and then it worked. Like it all clicked, man. Like and it was a cool group of guys. Shout out to all the play testers, and it was like, yeah, this is it. So at that point, I was like, all right, what I'm gonna do with this? I'm just gonna drop this to Shrunken Head Crew. Like, I don't even give a shit, you know. But then I'm gonna send it to Raji just to show you, like, yeah, I'm gonna
I
do what
took
the
what
fuck
you
I want.
did.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna do what the fuck I want.
Right, right,
And
right.
if you want to publish it, you can. If not, I really don't give a shit because we've had a lot of fucking fun playing it. And he reached back and he was like, "Bro, what's up with all?" Because there was no layout. That's another thing. Like with the slick ass layout that Tony did,
Yeah.
that was after all the original conversations. So it was a whole new fucking product, done, finished, right? Except for editing. You had to go through like my fucked up brain and the way I write and shit like that. But and shout out to the editor for doing that, man. He did a hell of a job. But he reached back and was like, "Yeah, man, this is fucking awesome. Work with the editor, Tom, and let's get this fucking published." And I was like, "Cool, let's do it."
Well, the layout's great. Tony did a great job. I want him to lay out stuff. That's his calling right there, man. He does a really good job with that.
Yeah.
I do want to, I know we've discussed a little bit in our Discord, just kind of about things to talk about. I want to bring up the Oracle. Tell me about the Oracle experience with some of the playtests.
Oh,
You got. I was gonna bring it up. That was a surprise question. I apologize, but I feel like it's pretty good.
nah, it's all good, man. So the Oracle in the last playtest I did, she's down there. She stops the game, right? And she does the whole thing. I'm the Oracle. Please tell me, or come to me, and I'll tell you a way to get out. Or I can't really remember what it was, but of course you had to fucking bang her, right? Had to put that dick up in her. And so I'm like, ain't nobody gonna do this shit. They're gonna kill her. But my fucking crew, right? My boy Alex stepped up. Let me get up in there.
Oh, I love Alex. I
so
love that
so
guy.
so so he hits, he smashes the Oracle, and I think I made him roll like a charisma check, right, to see how good he fucking did, or some dumb shit like that, just to fucking
Just in
see,
the
right?
moment and see what the dice
And he
said.
fucking like aced that shit, man. And like she ended up like fucking laying back, smoking cigarettes after, gave him a little fucking map of the maze that led to Asterion and shit. Like he did her nicely.
That's
She was
awesome.
probably making him a sandwich or something.
She packs some juice packs.
Yeah, send him on his way. Like, come back and see me.
That's funny. That's funny. So, a little bit about your writing process. A big deep dive into Greek history, right, or just history in general. Any particular sources that you use to just go, this is it, or just Homer and the Odyssey? What was the?
Um, Shit, man, I don't even remember where I found that from. Honestly, I can't remember what book I was digging through at the time. And I found it. I wish I did because I would fucking shout it out for sure. But yeah, and as far as like the mechanics and stuff and that's just something I do on a regular. That rank
Yeah,
D20 encounter builder. So when I run one shots of shit out, I take an index card and on the blank backside of it, I'll brainstorm. Right, I have a little fucking middle section that says something like, for example, "fuck the king," and and then I'll go off that, right? And I'll start fucking brainstorming off that. Like, all right, fuck the king. What goes along with that, And I'll write these little fucking encounters that could happen, possibly, might
okay.
not. I don't know. It depends on where the fucking group takes the story. And then on the other side, I'll do that fucking D20 random encounter, man. Sometimes it's not a D20, it might be a D8, D10.
You
Um,
kind of storyboard it like a director does in a movie, like the kind of like, but not necessarily with scenes, right? It's just like, all right, so this is the motif or the genre, and all these things could potentially happen.
exactly right. Yeah. And then with the random encounter, like I'll just roll. Like, all right, whatever this one is, I wait for a moment to bring it up. Sometimes it might never come up, and I roll another one just to see because that one I rolled didn't fit. And another thing I like to do with the random encounter builder is is to connect them
Okay.
somehow. Try to tie them together if you can possibly, just to fucking add a little bit more to the storyline. Like, but yeah, that's just how I fucking run games, man. Pretty much. Like, and anybody reading this motherfucker, will know. Like, this is like if I was fucking running the game, this is how it would sound. Like, it's written.
Your voice is there.
It's how it
Your
would
voice is
sound.
there.
Yeah, like that's how I would be telling the fucking kind of. I'd be adding a lot more description.
Sure.
But yeah, like you can definitely pick up the way I talk and how it's written.
No, yeah, that is true. That is true. I enjoyed reading it. Like I read through it. It's a quick read too. Like it does not take long. But what's cool about it is because I read it and go, oh my God, what could I do with this? Like I don't even have to keep it in the Greek mythos or the Greek time period. I could drop that in 1742 Paris, Paris, France. And it just happens to be underground, the catacombs of Paris.
In the catacombs, right? Yeah, exactly what I was just thinking, man. It doesn't gotta be a fucking minotaur. It could be
Yeah,
crazy dude in a gimp suit with some slave women down there. You change that all up too if you want, but
But the vehicle is just the encounter building it and how that sets up, and you could put any theme or story behind it, whatever it is. That's what makes a good, in my opinion, like module, or like a booklet of some sort. I love and hate like lore setting books. I love it for my own personal reason. But like when I'm running it and players at the table, half the time they don't give two fucks, right? Like they don't care about the lore, they don't care about the same. They just want to roll dice and have fun, right? And role play. But just having that bam, 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 here's what's happening. Like that's golden right there. More books need to be written in that kind of format. Just give me the nitty gritty, and I can paint the rest of the picture.
Yeah.
How and how long have you been DMing?
I don't know, 20 years, something like that.
Jeez, gotcha.
Yeah. Shit. Longer.
Longer?
Now that I'm thinking about I'm old as fuck,
Yeah, we're getting old, aren't we?
I take breaks though, I ain't been going like full throttle, man. Like I had years I didn't play teens growing up and shit, and then I picked it back up later on, 18. I've been hanging on since then, but I still go on hiatuses where I won't fucking game for a year, and just to fucking step away and get a fucking clean head,
Clear your head, yeah.
I'll start playing board games or some shit.
Yeah,
reading actual books.
Sorry, my dogs are barking. I do apologize for that. No, I think stepping away from the game is very important, right? Regardless of whatever kind of game you play, because it allows that creativity aspect to start kicking on full cylinder again. Is there anything that you want to talk about in particular with your book?
Shit, man, I think you did a good job touching it up. I got a fucking splat coming out.
Okay, tell me about it. Let's go.
Gonna have a little feast the night before. They get thrown into the fucking labyrinth with some more random encounters and shit, and then there'll be a little area layout with some area that you can adventure in the city around the fucking palace and shit. And it'll again have more random encounters to build fucking more storyline and stuff like that. And then throw some more fucking random encounters in the labyrinth.
Right.
Some more new shit that
didn't
originally make it because I was like, I don't know how people take this, but now I'm like, I don't really give a fuck. So I'm gonna drop that. I'm sure Raji wouldn't accept. He'd have been like, nah.
Are you gonna? So that was my next question. Are you gonna drop it through Lamentations, or are you gonna go self-publish through Drive?
Yeah, I'm gonna do it through Shrunken Heads.
Shrunken Heads, okay.
Yeah, just a little side fucking Asterion splat.
Well, how are we gonna give that to the masses, bro?
I don't even got a clue. I don't know, man. I haven't gotten that far with it. I'm doing I'm filling out the monsters and shit now. Once I'm done with that, I'm gonna shoot it to Tony and fucking I'll figure it out after that, I guess. Yeah. never really thought about it or cared to give it out to anybody. Like usually I just like here you go, Shrunken Head crew. Let's fucking get into this, let's fucking run this shit.
Right.
But yeah, I'll figure out how to drop it so other people can see it and add it to their fucking game too.
Yeah.
Maybe Itch.io or something. I don't know, man. At this point, like I don't know who'd be willing to fucking
you could.
like. I think Drive-Thru shot down Asterion on
I
PDF.
think they did. I think they did because I went to go link it, and that was the first place I went to go, right? Because I'm naturally just go through the drive-through. They shut that down, but yet they kept most of the other ones in the new releases.
Yeah. I'm honestly surprised Raji published it, bro. Like I was not expecting him to publish it. He just ran with it, man. Big up to him too for doing so, man. Shout out to you, Raji. Above all else, man. I appreciate it. Thank you. And yeah, big ups to you for going ahead and having those big old nutsack to print it.
Yeah.
Put it out there to the world.
And that's what I mean. I'm fairly new to the OSR, right? And Lamentations is what grabbed me because Rusty kept on talking about it. Kept on talking, Brian, you probably like this because it's everything that you like, and they have the balls to actually produce it, right? There's no sensitivity bullshit that's going on with them. That's not a dig at other big major corporations. No, I really appreciate that Raji did it. I want to see more, man. I know Shrunken Heads has something in the works called Grindhouse. You want to talk about that?
Yeah, man, that little modern day mothership pack I did. It's little slick set of mechanics due to the panic system and mothership. Fucking stole that shit and turned it into like this modern hack and slash system that we all call Grindhouse. And man, you can pretty much run any fucking thing you want with it, bro. Like literally. We usually run modern day shit. I've run them through like they were gangbangers in the fucking ghetto in Chicago, fucking shooting it up with police and shit. I ran a 2-player session. They were fucking law dogs. And they ran up on this armored truck robbery, right? And they fucking started spraying the fucking poor Tony. He got shot in the fucking face in like the first 5-10 minutes of the game or something, man. So shooting it out, and then like we ran we were tow truck drivers and we had to go pick up cars and shit.
The Repo Man crew.
Repo Man, yeah. Rusty wrote something for it. Rusty Islands, Rusty Island Springs, Rusty, something like that.
It's
Rusty
something.
Springs.
It's something.
Yeah, that was a lot of fucking fun. So yeah, we've just had a lot of fun with it, man. And I've actually dropped that around a lot of places.
Okay, so, where have you dropped it at?
I think I dropped it in the Mothership Discord, but it probably got buried. Like I'm not really sure. I'm not active in it at all, so I wasn't really sure where to post it. And I just posted it in like maybe the Warden's channel, homebrew channel, something like that.
Okay.
But I've just posted it around. But I mean, anybody that fucking wants a copy or something can reach out through this YouTube.
Okay. And do you want to plug? Do you want to plug your email or anything like that, or do you just say go to me and I can direct it to you? What do you want to do, man?
No, I don't really have an email. Okay. I guess I could make one, but no, I don't have one.
ShrunkenHeadProductions@gmail.com.
Yeah. That's it. Go ahead and I'll make it after this interview.
All right, cool.
Yep.
And you can always get in touch with me because I'm in the Shrunken Head Discord as well, so I can always pass along information. We have a lot of people in our Discord that are really good technology-wise. Well, I think it's I'm excited about Grindhouse. I haven't got to play in it yet because I think Tuesdays are the days that y'all typically do it, if I remember correctly, and those are weird days for me. But we will play it.
Oh, for sure. Yeah.
For sure. And we will continue with that vampire game that we got going on in that limitation setting. Any additional thing? I know you got the Splat book going on. Anything else that you're working on that you feel comfortable sharing?
Thoughts of next year's Lamentations release are stirring in my brain, but at this point they're all like, and I just gotta stir, get them all, calm down, and put it to fucking paper. But I got some fucking things flying around in my brain, man. Not nearly as fucking dick up your butt, but still probably, pretty fucking funny chuckle fuckery type shit that I do. But a little bigger of a project, maybe. But yeah, other than that, man, I can't think of anything other than gaming with you guys. Got that fucking Christmas one shot that I do every year coming up. Santa is Dead.
Oh, I'm gonna join that this year.
Yeah, In Search of Games wrote it, so you guys can find it on Drive-Thru. Fucking sick little one shot for Christmas. You can run it for your family. I've done it, and I run it for my gang every year, and it's fucking fun, man. It's pretty wild. But yeah, that's it, man. But the next new year coming in, I'm gonna run a lot more games. I'm thinking about going back to some old school shit, maybe some Empire the Pedal Throne.
Keep on talking about it.
Yeah, man. It's pretty sick system, and it's thick, it's dense with fucking lore too, man. So you can really immerse yourself in it.
I'd be down. I think we briefly discussed that in the past. Like, that sounds fun, bro. Like, sign me up.
Yeah, nah, you got a spot, man.
Sweet. Cool. Well, that's all the questions I got. And chat, I know we got one viewer, and feel free to chat with us. You're more than welcome to. And Mike's yours, Chris. If you just want to get off, it's up to you, bro. What do you want to do?
Shit, man, I sip a couple. You gonna be here for like a minute?
Of course, brother.
Yeah, let me run real quick.
Yeah.
Right.
All right, brother. Well, yeah.
I had to get up. I got myself fucking showered and shit, man, and wash my face, brush my teeth, drink some coffee, sobered up.
You look good, bro.
Take a couple shots.
You look good, man.
Nah, I guess we could fucking end the live stream, man.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, people aren't like, are these fuckers done?
Right. 30 minutes of fuckery is over with now. Now, I mean, again, this will be
which is pretty much like how all my game sessions are. We're like,
yes, but then it gets hardcore, like really quickly. It slaps you in the face. That's the best way to describe how you DM. It's just like, yeah, do whatever the fuck you want for about 30 to 45 minutes. We're gonna take shots, and then it's gonna get fucked.
Yeah.
All right. Well, let me end this live stream. First off, I just want to thank you for giving me your time period today, man. I'm growing into this YouTube thing. I think the boys at Shrunken Head are very, what's the word I want to find? Supportive of this, right? I fucking love it. I want to continue doing limitation games or any kind of game. And just currently have this conversation, man. And if we can get all the boys in here at one point so the world can see our faces, that would be pretty dope. But thank you so much, Chris, for giving me this time period. And I'm going to end the stream.